Okay, so I said I was going to go over settings and put some configurations in my description, but I instead decided to do a video about this the way I can describe and explain each section. So in the settings, some basics: audio, lower this thing, it's really, really loud. Hit sounds, personal preference, I changed it away because the original was really annoying for me. Graphics, only key components that I would list is put the resolution to whatever you're running in game. I turned off muzzle flash, shell casing, and target destruction. Those are the ones that I decided to do. If you're having problems with the graphic performance, you can just disable all of these to get more performance out of it. Also, graphics quality, same thing. Controls, you want to put user settings from Siege. This is a drop down with all the games. If I change it again, it's going to reset all my settings. I don't feel like messing with it. So your horizontal, vertical, your multiplier. If you're using default, leave that, and your ADS is down here. And your ADS mode, this is the key thing. Whatever you want to practice, whatever type, if you want to practice your 1x training, you keep it on iron sight, hollow, reflex, red dot. If you want to practice your ACOG, flip sight for glass, or the 2 scope differences for Kali, this is the different zoom factors for that. Then down here is controller. So if you want to plug in a controller and use it on a PC, technically you can do that, I believe. I'm not sure about that. In terms of the crosshair, the only thing I did here was I reduced the dot size down to 3. I think default was 5, if my memory is correct. And then you can change the color if you like a different color other than red, but I kept it there. In terms of the game settings, this is where things get a little interesting. You saw in my clips, I used the holographic view model. I kind of find my orientation of where things are with the gun to be much better. So I typically practice with that. And since I have a 1-to-1 ratio, I can just use hipfire and it works fine for me. If you do not have a 1-to-1 ratio, if you use anything other than 83, you need to disable your weapon model. That way, when you zoom in, it still is a dot and not a weapon with an ADS blocking a lot of your view. That is the key component to this. Also, disable weapon recoil. Weapon recoils are not the same in game. You want to just get rid of the mentality. It's not about getting to these aim trainers. It's not about recoil control. That's why you do the T-hunts or whatever other game you decide to be playing. So if you don't have the weapon model viewed, I'll show you the difference of what it looks like, since I didn't show this in my other video. So normally here, this is non-ADS. If I right click, you notice it has a slight zoom. So this is what you'll do. So it'll still be the same view. This is just 1x. If I do have the ACOG, however, it will zoom in more. And I don't need to go through the whole thing. You understand? So if you have any other questions, leave a comment below this link. I'll put this will be my top comment link. So ask me other questions and I'll answer if you need it. As always, my name is Jpeasy. Take it easy.